Good day. This video is about objectivist ethics, my perception and understanding of it based on Ayn Rand's works and lectures, and why it is valuable, why I came to the conclusion that it's great and it is worth studying, understanding, and why it is worth studying, understanding, and adapting. Adapting objectivism as a philosophy of life. And when I say philosophy of life, I mean when you make those decisions every day, that's also philosophical. Like me coming to this park is also an ethical choice for me. Is it good or bad, right or wrong for me to walk, to take care of myself, to improve the quality of my life on a daily basis? Yeah. So that's a philosophical choice. Yeah, every day, whenever I choose to come to this place, I also make a philosophical choice about it. So the word ethos is a Greek word, which means character, disposition, like the man's character. Yeah, what the man does, how he analyzes whatever comes his way, in terms of is it good or wrong, is it right or wrong, good or evil, etc. So now this video is going to be longer and I'll make a long analysis. You are welcome to check the short on this channel on ethics, and I'll start from a very basic place, which is life. So objectivism is one of those few philosophies that says reality is real or existence exists. And by this we validate life and our life experience. A lot of philosophies out there are like, no, this reality is false, or there is no reality at all, etc., etc. So objectivism is unique in that respect. And in objectivism, we have a beautiful phrase. Ayn Rand says it herself. Man's standard of values is life, his own life. What does standard mean? It's just a tool to measure things. For instance, in Europe, when we measure the length of stuff, the standard is centimeters, yeah, we could say, or meters. So in the beautiful and rational world of objectivism, the standard for judgment is, for values, is life, which means you need life, and whatever you choose is about your life, not just life in general, but also your own life. And objectivism is kind of unique in this respect, because I didn't get this from other philosophies that I studied. I studied some Greek philosophies, some Indian philosophies, but I haven't met this idea. Maybe Aristotle has his concept of eudaimonia, but still it's a little different, although it is we could say pro-life, in the meaning of valuing your own life, your own experience on this planet, instead of saying, oh, this is false, there is the world of pure ideas, etc., etc. And don't we need life to be able to make any judgment, to be able to choose anything? So isn't Ayn Rand right when she says that life is the standard of value and life comes first? Life is this enabling power thanks to which you can judge, you can like and dislike, think, make decisions, etc., etc. So this is a very beautiful and true idea. Just like actually my smartphone needs electricity, then after that the battery can hold some power, and I can use technology and my smartphone to record this video, etc., etc. So electricity is very basic, and life in this respect is very basic. And in many, many other philosophies and worldviews and religions, they don't see this truth, and they are quick to suggest that we need to sacrifice our lives for the sake of our country, our nation, or the proletariat, etc., etc. Yeah? So objectivism is beautiful because it appreciates life itself, and it says that whatever decision you take and whatever you think is valuable should contribute to your living, to your very life, right here, right now. Not just the next life, in the afterlife, etc., etc. Now, here, yeah, your life that you have. So that's very beautiful. And whatever we actually do on a daily basis, if we are not brainwashed, ignorant, and stuff like that, we take actions to improve the quality of our lives, right? For instance, I choose to walk in this park because I know that it's good to be outside, especially in the summer, when the weather is not cold. It's good to walk, it's good to communicate, kind of, and breathe the fresh air which is produced by all of these trees, right? So, this action, the action of walking in the nature, maintains my life and improves the quality of my life. Here's another example. I bought this bottle of water like 20 minutes ago because I know that water is valuable. Yeah, water is important. And so I bought this bottle of water to maintain my life and improve the quality of my life. I'm going to drink this water slowly so that my body is hydrated and I'm feeling well. So again, the standard of my judgment, because I consider myself an objectivist and because my life matters to me, is life itself. Does this thing contribute to my life or not? And in objectivism, we make our judgments based on that. And when it comes to ethics, is this good or evil, right or wrong? Again, it's about life. And I'll give you another example. Like just the day before yesterday, I was live on TikTok, and this guy, I accept other people, guests who can speak up, and this guy just came and he wanted to make an argument and he wanted to threaten me. I just turned him off, and I had other guests who were like, no, 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 don't turn him off, let him speak. They wanted to have a row with him, to kind of fight, and I just turned that guy off and I blocked him. And my judgment was, and I explained this to the other followers and guests as well, will this contribute to my life quality? If I fight with him, if I respond to him in a similar fashion or in a different way, will this increase the quality of my life? I'm not sure. I don't think it would. Yeah. So I just chose my own well-being because it was, the guy was like maybe around 17, 18 years old, a nationalist, and opposing my own ideology without much manners, etc., etc. So I said no, because that did not contribute to my life, to my experience of living that very moment and spreading knowledge, well-being, discussing a given topic during that life, etc., etc. And when even if we just think of our ancestors, like when millennia ago we had mammoths and we didn't have technology, weren't our ancestors hunting and living in caves? Weren't they choosing these activities to maintain their lives and improve the quality of their lives? Of course they did. Like hunting down a mammoth or a big animal would fill their stomachs and they would feel better. They would get stronger. The tribe and the individuals that were hunting down, they would all prosper. Yeah, or like the difference between sleeping under the sun, under the snow, under the rain, or sleeping in caves, especially if you could secure some fire for yourself from lightning, because many years ago people didn't know how to uh, light a fire. Yeah, so the lightning was the only source of fire, and they would keep the fire to improve the quality of their lives. They would live in the caves to improve the qualities of their lives. Yeah. So even when it comes to basic survival, our actions are about protecting our lives and improving the qualities of our lives. Hmm? Uh, Exceptions and cases when you have to stand up for your territory, or maybe if you choose to sacrifice yourself. In the philosophy of objectivism, sacrifice is not kind of welcome. You can do that if you rationally analyze and come to a conclusion that running away is not worth it. And when we read Ayn Rand's books, Atlas Shrugged, for instance, there we see how heroes are ready to risk their lives for their loved ones or for their ideals. However, that's not the daily choice an objectivist makes. Yeah, no, these are exceptional cases. Normally, we don't want to sacrifice ourselves, and we want to maintain our lives, and we want to improve the quality of our lives. That's objectivist ethics. And there is a very important concept in the philosophy of objectivism and in objectivist ethics, which is rational self interest. So when we think, okay, what's the best way to maintain my life and to improve the quality of my life? For instance, if roots of this plant, I might get and I might die, right? It can happen. So I will abstain from it. I won't do that because it's dangerous. So self-care, I would say, and rational, yeah, rational meaning like when we analyze with our mind and conclude that okay, it is safe, we should do this because this will not put our lives at risk. That's rational. Um, and self-interest, like taking care of myself. Yeah. And will I just go and fight with someone for no reason? Will I threaten someone with a knife, with a gun, or with some other things? No, I won't, because if I put the risk of someone else's life, uh, if I threaten them, and maybe I might take their lives or I might injure them, of course they may do the same to me, right? So that's why it makes sense to be rational, to take care of myself, my body, and my physical and mental well being, and that is rational self interest. Yeah. So I want to maintain my body in health. That's why I hydrate, I eat, I walk, and I want to develop and grow my thinking. That's why I also made this channel. That's why I make this content, and I want to discover other people who will grow with me and who will learn from me, and others from whom I will learn more. Yeah, all of this is rational self-interest because I care about my own well-being, my own life, my own experience on this planet, here and now. You see? So that's very beautiful. And in the world of objectivism, rational self-interest is a very important concept. So we should understand self-interest can also be irrational. It can be kind of um, emotional. We could call it, for instance, Nietzschean self-interest. If we simplify things, is I'm smarter, I'm better, and the most of the humanity is underdeveloped, and it is okay if I sacrifice others. It is okay if I lie or cheat if the other person is not at my level. So that can be self-interest, and we see all the dictators doing this. Yeah, they cheat, they lie, they rob, they steal, and they are sure that they will not be punished. So that's also, that can be interpreted as self-interest, but it is irrational, it is short term, and very often they are held accountable, or they live in fear of being arrested, of being through the victims of some kind of treason, etc., etc. And what option is better? Isn't it better to live honestly and to work in a productive way? And productive work is an important value in objectivist ethics as well. I'm 35 years old, and I'm choosing to be honest, not to lie, not to cheat, not to go against the law, because I know that in the short term I might win, I might get something that I want, maybe money, maybe fame, maybe some sexual or some other experience, but then I'll have to face the consequences of my actions, and that money can be taken away from me by the government or by another group if I cheat or steal or lie, right? So it's not just about the fear of being punished, but it's also about the understanding that I might lose everything. It's like if I want to build a house, and if I want the house to stand for decades, I need to take proper care of everything. Yeah, from the foundation and the columns and etc., etc. Yeah, the materials I'll buy for the house, the people I'll hire, etc. So it's not just the fear of being punished, but it's also the understanding that if I don't invest what's needed into that activity, the results may suck. Yeah? That's why objectivism is beautiful, and that's why choosing objectivist ethics and understanding that whatever we do is normally to maintain and improve the quality of our lives, and rational self-interest is an excellent tool to achieve that, is beautiful. I'll be very honest with you. I am thinking I really want to also have a career of a porn star. But in my country, in the Republic of Armenia, porn is illegal. So that's why I'm not shooting any, because I know that I will be persecuted by the law, and it won't be sustainable. Yeah, the money I earn might be taken away, or my activities might be disrupted. Like the police could seize my devices, etc., etc. So I choose not to, and that's also rational self-interest. And that also makes me think of migrating from the Republic of Armenia. One of the reasons, yeah, that makes me think of establishing myself in a freer society is that because I want to have several streams of income, I want to secure financial and other types of well being for myself. And if I can't do this in a given society, then I should also think of moving away. And here we have the idea of altruism. See, if I were nationalist or nationalistic, I'd be like, well, this is my homeland, my country, I owe this society, the state, etc., etc. Okay, I'll choose to live and die in this society. And that wouldn't be well being, that would be slow, slow self destruction. Um, and that would slowly kill me if I were to choose altruism. And I think I've done I've chosen that path in the past, and now I'm like, enough is enough. I'm fed up. I don't want to waste away my talents. I speak English and I speak different languages, and I want to thrive, and I want to bring prosperity and well being into my life and into the life of people who deserve it. People who respect me, people who choose life over death, people who choose honesty, people who choose productive work, etc., etc. So that's why objectivist ethics is beautiful. And whenever I stand between a choice, this or that, I always ask myself, and my thinking is always like this: will this product or service or this choice maintain and improve the quality of my life or not? Sometimes, of course, I buy pizza, I ate a little bag of chips today, so I allow myself to enjoy life and have sweets, but I don't do that every day. I enjoy life in many different ways, also walking, being outside, outdoors, and stuff like that. But I don't eat chocolate and sweets every day, not too much, because I know that I'll gain even more extra weight. Yeah, and that will decrease the quality of my life. Yeah, walking will be heavier, I'll have more back pain, etc., etc. So, if you want a philosophy of life that's very, very practical, that will help you in your everyday choices, I strongly recommend you to explore the philosophy of objectivism, understand what objectivist philosophy is about, with all the five branches of philosophy. And very briefly, the five branches of philosophy are about: number one, reality. Is reality real or not? Number two, knowledge. How do we know and how do we obtain our knowledge? Number three, ethics. What's right, what's wrong, evil, and good. And then politics. How should we organize our social life? And I'll be covering these other branches as well. I've covered objectivist. I forgot that Greek word. Metaphysics, yes, I've covered objectivist metaphysics, which is about reality. Objectivist epistemology, very briefly, which is about how do we learn, how do we know. And now this video is about objectivist ethics, and maybe next we'll talk about objectivist politics. And after politics, the fifth branch of philosophy is aesthetics, art, and the what is deemed as beautiful or worth creating, perceiving, enjoying, etc. Subscribe, like, comment. If you have watched this video till the end, I would strongly appreciate your likes, your comments. You can just even say thank you, yeah? Or I enjoyed this, or I didn't enjoy this episode, yeah, this video. And sharing is caring, so I strongly encourage you to share this material as well. Thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.